person of color up there. What does that say about the Democratic Party?
Well, Kamala had qualified for next week's debate and would be on the stage if she was still running. I think the DNC did the best it could with a very difficult task, which is set up objective criteria that would raise the bar over time. And they can't be faulted by Kamala's decision. I'm certainly very proud of being the first Asian American man to run for president as a Democrat and be the only person of color on the stage next week. But I'm going to miss Kamala. Like, she's been my neighbor at the debates for the last several debates, and I think it would be better if she was up there again next week. I don't think you can fault the DNC for that process, though.
Do you think, though, that Democratic voters care about diversity as much as party leaders like to say the party does?
I think that voters have a very clear sense that they want to choose a president that's going to help move the country forward, and who they decide to choose is up to them.
Should there be limits on the amount of self-funding an individual can give his or herself?
I think it's difficult to say to a private individual that you can't spend beyond a certain amount of money on your own campaign. And I'm less concerned about it than other candidates, perhaps, because I just don't think money works. Like, I think there's a certain point at which that one additional advertisement becomes more annoying than helpful or informative. And that the people who are self-funding are going to find that they're spending a lot of money that eventually is pushing on the string. The track record for self-funded candidates is very poor. I think that people who are self-funding this time are going to find out why that is.
So you think, if you're someone who has billions of dollars and you want to pump even $250 million of your own money, and that certainly doesn't create a level playing field if others can't match that, you're okay with that?
Well, I'm for public financing of elections and democracy dollars and ways that we can actually make it so that our point of view is best represented. So I'm not in love with the fact that you can just shower the airwaves with advertisements and buy your way to a certain point in the polls. But I also don't think you can win that way. So to me, it's more of like a question as to how we can help improve the process. But I'm not as concerned about it actually ending up being possible to quote unquote, purchase your way all the way to the White House. I just don't think that's going to work. If you have people on one side and money on the other side, I would take people every day of the week.